Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. This is a question on volume and surface area, and we're going to be linking the two formulas that we have got for volume and surface area. Now the keywords in this question are that we've got the volume of a prism. Now this shape here is the prism. The reason it is a prism is because it has got the same shape running at both ends. So you can see on the front side we've got a triangle, and the back end we've also got a triangle. So the same shape is running all the way through, which means it is classed as a prism. Pyramids come up to a point, so think of Egypt where the pyramids are. You get a pyramid coming up to a point, but a prism has got the same shape going all the way through it. We're told that this volume is equal to the volume of the cube, and you can see the cube drawn over here. You've got to work out the surface area of this cube, and you must show your working in order to get the full 6 marks for this question. So if you don't show your working, you cannot get full marks, even if you get the answer correct. So if you just write down an answer and it happens to be correct, you cannot get the full marks if you do not show your working out. Now the key formula you're going to need for this question. You need to know the formula for the volume of a prism. Here is my prism. So it says it is the area of the cross section times the length. Now this cross section is the area of the shape on the end. So in this case here is going to be the area of the triangle times by the length of the triangle. So specifically for R1, the volume of the triangular prism is going to be the area of the triangle, which is a half the base times the height, times by the length of the shape. So here's my length, my base, and my height. You can see I'm just highlighting for you to help you. And then we've got to work out the volume of a cube. Now we know a cube is basically a square, which is 3D, and all the sides on the cube are exactly the same length. So if this is L, the side is L, the other side is L, this side is L, all of the sides on this shape are all going to be L. So the volume is L cubed. And to work out the surface area, it is the total areas of all the faces. So you can see here, this is my front face that I'm highlighting. I've got a side face, I've got a top face, and then I've also got some hidden faces. So I've got a back face that's hidden, I've got a face on the left that's hidden, and then I've got a face underneath, which is also hidden. So in total, there are 6 faces. So we've got to work out the surface area. Now the surface area is all of these faces added together. So one face is going to be L times by L, which is L squared. So the front will be L squared, but I've got 6 of these because I've got the front and back, top and bottom, left and right. These 6 sides together, when you add them together, multiply them together, so 6 times my L squared will give me the total surface area of the cube. So you just work out the area of one of them and then multiply it by 6 because they are all the same. These are all the key facts that you are going to need to answer this question. So have a go at thinking about how to do this question, press pause and then press play when you're ready to hear the answer. Well done guys, hopefully you've managed to work out how to work out the surface area of this cube using all these formulas that I've given to you here. So to start with, we're going to look at the volume of the prism. So the volume of the prism is the area of the triangle, so it's half the base times by the height. Now we are allowed a calculator for this question, but you can see it's half of 16, which is 8, times by 12, and then you're going to multiply that answer by 18. That will give me the volume of the triangular prism. Now if you just write down that formula, that will give you 1 mark. So I said you're allowed a calculator on here, so you can type in a half times 16 times 12 times 18, or you can type in 0.5 if you prefer, rather than writing and using the fraction button and typing in the half. Press equals and you'll get 1,728 for 1 mark. So we've got 2 marks so far just for working out the volume of this prism. From here, we're told that this volume is equal to the volume of the cube. So we know the volume of the triangular prism equals the volume of the cube. And we know the volume of a triangular prism is 1,728. We know the volume of a cube is up here, L cubed. So 1728 is going to equal L cubed. Now we've got to work out L. So the opposite to cubing is cube root. So the cube root of 1728 will give you your third mark. Now if you cube root this number on your calculator, you will find that you get the answer of 12, which is your fourth mark, which means that one of these sides of this cube is going to be 12. So every side on this cube is going to be a length of 12. And your fourth mark is for writing down the number 12. From here, we've got to look at the total surface area. So we can see the formula for the total surface area is going to be 6 times by my L squared, where L is going to be 12. So we've just got to work out 6 times by 12 squared. And again, you will type that in your calculator. Writing it down gives you your fifth mark. Typing it in and writing down the answer it gives you is 864, which is your sixth mark. Remember to always write your answer on the dotted line to make sure your answer is nice and clear. So you've got 6 marks here for working out the surface area of the cube. You can see there are lots of formulas here that you need to remember and know and recall for the exam. So make sure you have highlighted all these formulas and you have written them down so all your key facts and formulas are in one place. So make sure your work is nice and clear. The mark scheme on this question shows there are 6 marks. M1 is 1 method mark, A1 is 1 answer mark. There means using the answer you got for 1728. So if you made a mistake, then that's fine. If you got no marks, 1 mark or 2 marks earlier on, you can get a maximum of 3 marks for getting 864. So getting the final answer with no or insufficient working. So if you didn't get any marks for any method marks, then you can still get an answer mark, 3 answer marks out of the 6 marks for getting the correct answer. If you got any of these values here that you can see that I'm highlighting at the minute, you would have got 2 marks with no working or insufficient working. And the last one for 1 mark, if you wrote 1728 or the cube root of 3456 or 15.1 with no or incorrect working, that will give you your 1 mark for just writing down those values. But make sure you must show you're working out. The mark scheme clearly says it's the answer 864 with correct working. If you found this video useful, please share, like and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. Remember to comment below to let me know what you want to see next. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below to let me know what you would like to see in my next video. See you next time!